Good day, everyone. How's your day? I am Charlene Maynol Daza, and I'm going to share my knowledge about the topic normal and skewed distribution. So, what are you waiting for? Let's do this.
Good morning, everyone. Again and again, how's your day? So, now let's have first tackle the normal and skewed distribution. Okay, normal distribution. Okay, also called Gaussian distribution or bell curve. So, it is also called the bell curve because of its shape that is like a bell. So as you can see in the picture, it's like a bell. Uh-huh. And now, notice that this curve is divided into two parts. We have the left side, and then we have the right side. Okay, so now notice again that these sides are divided into segments. So we have here the standard deviation below the mean, and this side here, we call this standard deviation above the mean. So if you're going to ask why we use the term below and above, so as you can imagine in the x and y axis, okay? So in the left side, uh, all the value in the left side are negative value, and all the value in the right side are positive. Okay, so that's why we use the term below and above. Okay, now in a normal distribution, data is symmetrically distributed with no skew. So meaning they are symmetric. So if I pull this side through this side, the same shape is happening. Okay, so another important feature of a normal curve is their tail are asymptotic and divided into segments. So asymptotic means if uh, meaning that this curve are approaching closer and closer to this horizontal line, but they are not gonna touch it because there are values so on there. And it divided into segment, as I said a while ago, that from the center go down to the left. The first segment, we call that standard deviation, the first standard deviation below the mean. And from the center, go down to the left. The second segment, we call that the second standard deviation below the mean. And then in the opposite side, from the center, go down to the right. The first segment, we call that the standard deviation above, the first standard deviation above, and the second standard deviation above, and then so on. Okay? So, in a normal distribution, the mean, median, and mode are. So the important thing that we need to understand in a normal distribution is that the mean, median, and mode is always at the center. Okay? So let's have next slide. Okay, so this is the perfect illustration of a normal distribution wherein the mean, median, and mode is at the center. And from the center, go down to the left. The first segment, we call that the one standard deviation below, or the first standard deviation below. And then the two standard deviation below, or the second standard deviation below. And from the center, go down to the right. The first segment, the one standard deviation above, two standard deviation above, and so. Okay. So for you to have a better understanding of the normal distribution, so we have an example here. So sketch the normal distribution curve if the mean is 48 and the standard deviation is 13. Now, the questions, what is the first standard deviation below the mean? What is the second standard deviation above the mean? And what is the third standard deviation below the mean? Okay, so before we're going to answer the three questions, we need to sketch first the normal distribution curve. Okay. Okay, we already have the normal distribution curve. Okay, it's stated there that the mean is 48. And as I said a while ago, that in a normal distribution curve, the mean, median, and mode is always at the center. So automatically, the 48 is, we gonna put the 48 at the center. Okay, now it also stated and given that the standard deviation is 15. So how are we going to get the value each effect? So simply we're going to, from the center, go down to the left. We call that the standard deviation below. So from the word below, so we're going to minus the standard deviation to the given mean. So 48 minus 13, that is 35. So 35 is the value of the first standard deviation below. Okay, and so on. 35 minus 13, that is 22. And 22 is the value of a standard deviation of the second standard deviation below the mean. And then 22 minus 13, and that is 9. And 9 is the value of a the third standard deviation below. So in the left side, if we're going to minus the standard deviation, so here in their opposite side, we're going to plus the standard deviation. So it's going like this. 48 plus 13, that is 61. And then 61 plus 13, that is 74. And 74 plus 13, that is 87. So now that we're done getting the value of each sequence, now we're going to answer the three questions. What is the first standard deviation below the mean? So that is 35. Okay, number two. What is the second standard deviation above the mean? And that is 74. And then the last one. What is the third standard deviation below the mean? And that is 9. Okay, wow, very good, everyone. Okay, now that we already know what is the normal distribution, now let's go to the skewed distribution. Okay, welcome to the skewed distribution, everyone. Okay, skewed distribution. A skewed distribution is neither symmetric nor normal because the data values trail off more sharply on one side than on the other side. So, as you can see in the picture, that there is one side that is more sharply to the other side. Huh? And there are two types of skew distribution: the negative skewed or the left skewed, the right skewed or the positive skewed. Okay, so let's first the right skewed. Okay, right skew distribution is also called the positive skew distribution because the tail is longer in a positive direction of the number line. So as you can see, this is very understandable. This is right skewed because the tail is longer to the right side. And we also call this positive skewed because in the x and y axis, as you can imagine that in the right side, all the value are all positive. Okay? So now, this is the important thing that we need to understand in the right skew. Okay? So the highest is the mean, followed by the median, and the mode is the lowest. So in the right skew, the highest is the mean and the lowest is the mode. So here, example, our mode is 20, followed by the median 30, and the highest is the mean. Okay? So if you were going to ask why the mean is the highest, but in the picture, um, the longest line is in the mode. So when we say mode, that is the repeated value. Okay, so here in this side, this is the number of students. And here, this is the scores. Okay, there's scores. So it stated there that there are a lot of students got the score of 20. So that's why our mode is 20. And then followed by the median, and the mean is our highest value because there are students get the score of 40 and that is the highest value. Okay, so the only thing that you need to understand the right skew is that the highest is the mean, followed by the median, and the lowest is the mode. Okay, so let's go to the left skew. So left skew distributions are also called negative skew distributions because there is a long tail in the negative direction of the number line. So the same in the right side, no? But in the left side, we call this left skewed because the tail is longer to the left side. Okay, so and then here in the left skewed, the important thing that we need to understand in the left skewed is that the highest is the mode. Uh-huh. The highest is the mode followed by the median, and the mean is the mode. So in the um, positive speed, the highest there is the mean, okay? And the lowest is the mode. Here in the left skewed, the highest is the mode, followed by the median, and the mean is the lowest. So as you can see in the picture that our mode is 70, followed by median 60, and the mean is 50. Okay, that is the only thing that you need to know about the left skewed and the right skewed. Okay, so now that we're done, what is the right skewed, what is the left skewed? So let's have a quick exercise. So um, for the number one example, the mean is equal to median is equal to 20 and the mode is equal to 40. That is negative skewed. Very good. Okay. The mode is equal to 4, the mean is equal to 10, the median is equal to 7. So here, the highest is the mean. So this is positive skewed. Okay, next, the mean is 6, the median is 4, and the mode is 2. The highest is number 6, and that is positive skewed. And then last, the mean is equal to 8, the median is equal to 8, and the mode is equal to 8. What is this? Is this negative skewed or positive? That is normal distribution because as I said a while ago, the normal distribution is the mean, median, and median are based on. That is really understandable and easy to understand. The normal and skewed distribution. Okay, before we end this, so let's summary our topic. Okay, what distribution is neither symmetric nor normal because the data value trails off more sharply on one side than on the other. So that is skewed distribution. Okay, second, also called Gaussian distribution or bell curves because of their shapes. The word bell curves, that is normal distribution. Okay, what type type of skew distribution that the tail is longer in a positive direction of the number? Positive or right skewed. And lastly, the two types of skew distribution, the positive or right skewed, and the negative or the left skewed.
So, that's all for my topic, normal and skewed distribution. I hope you've learned something. Thank you and have a great day.